Today I thought I would just show you the trees that I've been doing, but in order to do that I need to tidy up a little bit because it's been so hot. I've been playing with my watercolors and putting together new mini palettes. So I think I already showed you this one last week. It was like the last one that I did. Then I'm not sure how many trees are in here, to be fair, because it's been a bit of a slow week. Those you've seen. So this was this week. I started off by drawing, I got dragged into the garden. I grabbed a watercolor palette and I drew a bamboo tree that was rubbish. Hated it. So then I channeled Emma Carlisle, who'd shared a process and development video where she showed just using one material. I just grabbed I think it was my black wing matte pencil. I've always got one loitering around. I had great fun with this, just playing around with the different textures. This was a replay of a live coup. I picked this one. It was an Emma Carlisle coup. Yeah, I think it was green on greens and I missed it because I got my days mixed up. There was trees, so I drew them. I did it on a gouache base. I think it was the Naples yellow red, so it's kind of a peachy tone. And then I went in with Neocolor ones. Again, I'm obsessed with them, as you know. I quite like it. I did that really late at night as well. Some trees here, does that count? This was the second image in that cool. Again, I think it was a gouache base and then neocolors on top. Trying to go for a looser depiction of trees. Here you can actually see I've tried to put in the branches. But I was thinking, well, if it's further away, I wouldn't really see much. I'd just see tone. I really like the colour palette for this. I can't remember quite how I got there, but that's because, again, it was late at night. I think that might be the only trees in this sketchbook. Sometimes I jump back, so I'm just going to have a quick peek. Oh, that one you can't see because that's a video waiting to go live. This one I did, that was square of watercolor or gouache that I'd put down weeks and weeks ago and hadn't used blue. Then I added neocolor ones on top as resist before adding thicker gouache on top, and then I finished with more neocolor ones and mixed color pencils. I really like the heron. I like this, what I did here for this. So these trees I did in neocolor one, then I went over with gouache, and then I went back over with neocolor one and pencils. This, I'd actually put the wrong color gouache down. It was a big blob of really this dark green. I've got my neocolor ones and I drew the shape of trees and then I filled in the background with sky color. I really like this illustrative style. Water's terrible, but we're focusing on the trees. But my heron's cute. That might have been it, actually. I did this for my friend Fasana. Oh, kitten. I think that's it. So it's a really short. I did not get a lot done this week because I've been really busy. Maybe I should do some tree drawing now. I've done lots of palette making. Not palette making, but organising my watercolours and stuff because it's been too hot to really do anything. So maybe I should draw now with you. So I found out some photos. That's technically trees in a pot. Oh, snowy trees. Don't know if that's a bit overwhelming. Nighttime trees, Morocco trees. Don't think that really counts, does it? It's a bit cheating if I do that. I think it's this one or this one. Squinting my eyes, you can't see me, but I'm squinting my eyes to look. This one's very black and white because of the snow. It was taken in February. And this one was in January. Maybe this one because it's a little bit more. There's only so much I can see, so it means I'm less likely to be particular. Now, let's see. So see where it's a Brighton watercolour sketchbook. Let me get set up. I have got my Roman Schmoll watercolour set out. I found out my Skoda 12, which is a nice big brush, because I can be looser. And then if I need any details for, like, I'm thinking about those trees and how upright they are. So I've got a rigger brush. This is a 0 from Pro Art. For any squarish shapes, my Raphael 6 angled flat. I've also got a rag because a girl always needs a rag. I haven't wetted them, so I should probably do that first. Right. Let's do it. I'm actually quite nervous. I'm thinking about what I want to go where. Let's do the moody sky. I feel like the misty morning is going to be perfect for that. So I'm going to whack on some water. This paper is watercolor paper, but it's not as thick as I would prefer. And I'm not going to go for a flat wash. My paper's very wet there. Okay, there's misty morning. I'm leaving space for those trees in between. Probably go side to side actually, shouldn't I? Then I want to get the background trees in. The living quarters I will put in with something else afterwards probably. I want a darkish colour, maybe like a Payne's grey. That's here. It's going to be too dark. And this may or may not work. I need to not be too particular because I'm supposed to be doing the trees, aren't I? And a bit of brown. Ooh, what brown do I want? Maybe a bit warm, so a bit of burnt sienna. And then the green, maybe like a cobalt. And then we're going to put in some nickel something. grassy highlights. Misty morning. I like how this one granulates. I feel like this could work for trees. Gonna let it dry for a minute. I need to let it dry really before I go back in. Maybe a bit of this. I'm going off the page because it's creating blobs where the page is still wet because I haven't waited for it to dry. That is not how this tree looks. I have gone a bit too broad. Oopsie. I hate drawing trees. Okay, another one here. I was talking to my dad the other day and I was saying to him, I think the reason I don't like drawing trees is because I love trees. Like, I really enjoy sitting around in trees, looking at trees, sitting under trees, spending time with trees. And I feel like when I try to paint them, I think I'm better when I draw them, like with a pencil, graphite pencil. But when it's painting them, I can't paint them in the way that I think they should be painted and do them justice because they're so beautiful. I guess it's like portraits. I wouldn't try and draw a portrait of somebody who I loved because I know I'd mess it up and it would look ridiculous. So I'm just using the very tippy top, I don't know if you can see that, of the brush. Those are terrible trees. Those ones are better. This one's smushed too much, but this one is really full in the picture, so maybe we'll just go back in because it should have dried by now. The reason why you're supposed to wait for paper to dry before you do anything. Here, like we can see him. Should we do him in a Payne's Grey because that's a bit darker? I also like there's no control. I have zero control over this brush. Very minimal. So I feel like it's okay if these don't have too much leaf edge because it is the dead of winter when this photo was taken. Over here, there's like a nice kind of warm-ish brown colour. Just here. Maybe some blades of grass. Okay, I'm not doing this. This is going to take forever. No. This is not my idea of fun. Grass isn't important anyway. Now I need some more layering. I'm going to use my angled flat. So behind the tree, this section here is darker. So I've just mixed a bit of the Payne's Grey with that mix I had before. I need some kind of paler wash for the trees, like the scraggly bits. I hate drawing trees. I might be about to mess this up. Mess it up more than it already is, of course. So I'm just kind of trying to aim for a twiggy branch-like texture. So I did check out, somebody had mentioned Sarah Burns, and that was really helpful. Not that I've followed any of the instructions thus far. I did see that she has something completely like a guide to trees. I think I did watch one of her videos. That's a terrible tree. Terrible tree. I think we need some darker here. I think it's just looking a bit too bright. And then I feel like there should be a little bit of greenage. This is terrible. Oh dear. Like trees. I don't like trees. I think I don't like watercolor trees, but dark here as well. Maybe I need to experiment with more abstract brush strokes and use like my gouache or acrylics or something because I'm struggling and I don't want to do any more, so I'm going to stop there. You shouldn't carry on if you're not enjoying yourself. The struggle is real, friends. The struggle is real. How does it look on camera? I will have time-lapsed that, by the way, so you don't have to sit through all the angst. Triage, raw umber. This is forest, don't light fast. You hear my cat snoring in the background. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to do any more. Should I do something to the sky? I quite like the sky as it is. I'm tempted, because this is resist, to put some more watercolor over the top just to see what will happen. I need to deal with the grass, but that's not the focus today. The focus is the trees, which is kind of what I'm done. Shall we whack a bit of extra? What should we put over it? It's a kind of like a warmish greyish. It's a smidge Payne's grey. Okay, you ready? Might be a disaster. Kind of like working to simplify. What do we think? What did I do? A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Well, it's more greeny. Okay. Gotta be careful because I activate the actual watercolor underneath. There, see? Should we do this one? Slightly different colour. Maybe a bit more yellow. So if it's lit up underneath the thing. What do we think? Should we give this little tree over here a little bit of orange? Okay, that's good. Maybe we'll just put a little bit glaze there, warmer. Right, hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm going to stand up and look at it properly from a distance. Okay, it's not the worst I've ever done, but it's still meh. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I will see you on Wednesday for another video. It's already scheduled to go. It's using Neocolor ones, showing you how I use them. I've got 2 videos scheduled to go out, Wednesday and the following Wednesday, both using Neocolor ones. And then I'll see you next Sunday for a recap of my trees for week 3. So thanks for watching. Give the video a like and I'll see you very soon. Have a lovely Sunday. Take care. Bye.